Hi, my name's Ray with Mountain Sweet Honey, and today we're going to look at how to install a nuke into a 10-frame hive. We're going to place the nuke next to our hive. Today it's in the 40s, so we're going to handle this nuke putting it into the hive a little differently than if 50s were our lows during the day. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take this cover off. And here we go. We've got our bees. They've been juggled around a little bit on the drive here, and they will get juggled around while you're driving them home too. So what I've done is I've let them sit for about 30 minutes, and now we'll go ahead and move the frames into the hive. All right. So as I'm looking at this, I definitely want to put my eyeballs on the queen, and I do not see the queen on either side here. So we're going to put these right in the center of the hive. And notice I'm handling these by the ears of the frame. And I do not see the queen here either. So we'll put this one in. And notice I'm putting this in the center and then lightly moving it next to the other frame. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put one right here in the center, and this is basically an empty frame, no comb, no bees on it, and put that in. I'm going to set this one back into the hive itself. I do not see the queen yet, so I am going to put this one in. And I'm going to take one of these out just to give me enough space to put these remaining two into the hive itself. All right, I have found the queen. She has a little green dot on her. She's laying away, so that's a good deal. We're going to put her near the center of the hive here, and then I'll get this last frame that's got a lot of honey in it. This is pretty heavy. We'll put that in. Putting the brood, this one has brood on one side of the frame and honey on the other. The honey will always go on the outside, facing the outside. Okay, so now I'm going to put this last frame in, and we are ready to close this up. And we're going to let these bees be here for at least a week before we'll do the next part of this. And the next part is we'll come in and put two more clean frames in between the drawn out combed frames that are in there. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we've gotten our bees in. Now it's time to get rid of our nuke box. And this is very, very important because the queen pheromone is still inside this nuke box. So what we're going to do is we're just going to close this up, and we'll allow these bees to fly back in over time here, but we're going to take it away. And when we take this away, it will allow the bees to smell the queen pheromone that's in the hive and go into the hive itself. And that is it for your initial putting your bees into a 10-frame hive. It has now been 1 week, and it's time to begin the manipulation of the hive's frames that we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and get the outside empty frames. I'll put this one right here. And what I'm going to do next is get this one out of this side. Now we're going to move the clean frame to the outside. We're going to move the next frame over that has all the bees and drawn out. Move this one over because this one's all drawn out. And then we're going to start inserting frames again. We're going to just move these over just a hair so that we don't roll a queen and damage her. All right, now we're gonna tighten it up. So now what you will see is we have a clean, we have bees drawn out comb on this frame, clean, drawn out comb, and this one right here is where we're going to put our last frame in. All right, so now we have an odd even type except for this last one here. And in this case, since it's not going below 50 degrees at night, we will pull this out and move over our last frame that has all the bees on that one there. So now it's an odd even type of checkerboarding is what it's officially called, where we have clean frame, drawn out, clean, drawn out, clean, drawn out, clean, drawn out, clean, and drawn out. There's some science behind this, folks, that allow the bees to comb this out much more quicker. If you do it like what we started out with, it will take a lot longer for those bees to draw out each of those frames. So now, the next thing that we're gonna do is button this up, and we're gonna allow a week to go by, and then we'll be back in here again and just see how the drawn out comb is. And we'll go ahead and put the inner cover on very slowly so we don't kill any of the bees. And then the last thing that we want to do, folks, is put the outer cover on, and we are good to go. Now, before I do that, always remember to put your vent on the front of the hive here, and that's what we've got. Now it's time to put the outer cover on, and these are in for the next week. One last thing, feed, feed, feed when you're getting your bees in. They need that 1-to-1 sugar water, 1 to get the queen laying eggs, and 2 to draw out comb. That is 24/7. The bees never sleep. So keep the feed on them 24/7 and you'll do great.